YouTube now, and let me just pull it up on TikTok.
I used to think that
Just want to go live. All right. Hope everybody is good. I bought these delicious patties from a place called Juicy Patties about 25 minutes ago. I was wanting to get to them earlier, but it took me forever to get to them. I hope they're still at least a little bit warmish. So this place is called Juicy Patty. I don't know if you can see that. Juicy Patty. Juicy Patty. I'm streaming live on YouTube too. So if you're catching me on TikTok, go follow me on YouTube. So this one here is curry chicken. I'm about to change my diet and go back to being vegan, but until then, I'm going to enjoy the hell out of these. Yeah, that's nice and flaky. That's good. I wish I had some hot sauce to make the shit crack. So, the reason why I'm telling you to go follow me on YouTube is because I'm streaming live from OBS. So on YouTube you can see my screen, you know, what I'm trying to share or whatever. Keeps on freezing up for some reason though. I really do gotta learn this thing a little bit better, because I'm not sure why it freezes up in between frames. I shouldn't really be doing that. There we go. I should be able to flip between both of them, you see? And now when I flip back this camera, the camera's frozen anytime I try to flip in between. Crazy. Well, okay, it's working here. I flip back. Why is this one not working? It should be working. Let's delete it and then add it again. There it is. It's like lagging though. It looks weird. It's behind. I'm chewing fast like a rabbit. If I go back now, you see it's frozen. If I go back, crazy. Okay, let's just stick to here then for now. Can I flip? There we go. I reversed the angle on it. Let's get it cracking. Yeah, that curry chicken was decent. It was decent. Let me go over here. First thing I want to check today is the World Cup, because it's coming up. Well, that's the FIFA site. I want the actual World Cup site. Alright, let's go to this one and see. It's a weird address, isn't it? That can't be it. This one is spicy beef. don't know what that website was. Hate having to accept all these cookies. How come you can't figure out what's the actual World Cup website? This must be it. Match schedule explainer. Oh wow. Oh, they got a lot of stuff. They got a lot of stuff up. Okay. This is exciting. So Vancouver, Seattle, San Francisco, which I used to live in the Bay Area. Yay, area! Yeah, why not? Yeah, the Yay area.
Ay, Dios mío.
Okay, wow. Everybody's in the house. Mm-hmm.
Ay,
Hi there.
dale pues, acéptala.
So
No, hombre, pura falla.
they have already up the match dates on June 11th through July 19th.
Hi, good. 3973.
Hmm. Surprised Orlando didn't get a World Cup game. Crazy.
Dale un tiki-tiki.
Wow, who's this model?
Gracias.
Who's
¿Cuánto
this?
quieres?
That's a model.
¿Cuánto quieres? Chile verde.
Good connection. Well, I'm just pushing buttons over here. Yeah, so Juicy Patty is decent. It's not the best one in the city, though.
Ay, no, mira este grano.
I'm in a taxi.
Thank you. We'll save it for later. Okay.
Not really sure.
Yes.
Year of
Start again. Yeah, I had to get out of there. I'm pressing all these buttons and not really knowing what they're doing. So I was on TikTok live right before this, and it ended up like with like a 4-screen split. I'm like, how do I get out of this? So I had to end the live and start again. Yeah, Unc is just trying to learn how to do this stuff, man. So, do any of you guys watch Country Wayne? I watched some of his stuff. All right. Here's what I'm going to do. We'll have a quick review from Democracy Now! Why Democracy Now? Because that lady totally freaks me out. Just her voice, the intensity of the way she speaks, makes everything seem so dire. So we're gonna listen to her, and then I'm gonna sign off, man. I gotta coach a scrimmage tonight, and like a 11-year-old boys team in soccer. So for those of you that are with me on YouTube, you'll be able to see. Those of you that are not, well, let's see, which one is it? Top U.S. news and headlines from today, November 6th. Let's hear what.
Welcome to Democracy Now!, democracynow.org, The War and Peace Report. I'm Amy Goodman. Israel's military has killed at least 2 Palestinians in separate attacks in central Gaza, claiming it fired on men who approached the so-called yellow line that leaves more than...
So, you know how they brokered a peace in the Middle East? So apparently that ceasefire has already been broken, and both sides are claiming that it's the other side's fault. This thing is never going to end. It's like Cain and Abel.
Half of the Gaza Strip under Israeli occupation. The attacks bring the number of Palestinians killed by Israel to at least 241 since the U.S. brokered ceasefire.
So, Trump said he did a ceasefire, right? What was that, less than a month ago? And 241 people, Palestinians, have been killed. Now, to be fair, they should give a number on how many Israelis have been killed. I mean, just for comparison, you know what I mean? If you're going to be fair. Because when you just name the statistics of the Palestinian injuries, it makes it seem like it's skewed to one side.
Took effect October 10th. Separately, civil defense workers in Gaza say many Palestinians remain trapped under the rubble of a building that collapsed in Gaza City's Daraj neighborhood. The collapse followed warnings by the United Nations that tens of thousands of displaced Palestinians have been forced to find shelter in severely damaged and unsafe buildings. The Norwegian Refugee Council reports Israel's allowing just 100 aid trucks a day to enter Gaza, far short of the 600 trucks per day Israel pledged under the ceasefire deal. This is Abdelmajid Al-Zaiti, a Palestinian father of 9 whose family joined crowds at a soup kitchen.
If I was a neutral person, I would think that the news is skewed like in one direction. Maybe it's the situation, so that's why she's reporting it like that. But it seems to be very one-way traffic, doesn't it? Like it just seems to be Israel terrorizing. Why is that? I mean, I like to hear both sides. Maybe I have to listen to news outside of the U.S.
In Khan Yunis Wednesday.
She just said.
Pledged under the ceasefire. Of the 600 trucks per day Israel pledged under the ceasefire.
Okay, so Israel pledged a certain amount of trucks, and they haven't been letting them go through. Why? Oh, it's so hard to watch the news.
Deal. This is Abdelmajid Al-Zaiti, a Palestinian father of 9 whose family joined crowds at a soup kitchen in Khan Yunis Wednesday.
Our life is difficult. Dead people are still better than us. We eat the same food every day. Why?
Bro, he said dead people are still better than us. Are you hearing what I'm saying to you? He said dead people are better than us, better than alive. I don't know about that. I mean, I understand the sentiment and the drama of what he said. I can see why they played that on TV. But it's always better to be alive, right?
Because we have no other option but the soup kitchen itself. The soup kitchens all over the Gaza Strip are widespread, but this soup kitchen here, because it is in the middle of all...
Soup kitchens. Soup kitchens. I mean, it sounds like Gaza looks a lot like the United States right now. Right? Food pantries everywhere. It's weird how we can send billions over there, and then we end up like the refugees in this country.
Al-Mawasi, there's a big number of people. We all come here to the soup kitchen to eat and be able to live and continue living.
In the occupied West Bank, Israeli forces carried out overnight raids on Palestinian communities, killing a 15-year-old boy in the town of Al Yamoun near the city of Jenin. Palestinian sources said soldiers struck 15-year-old Murad Fawzi Abu Sefan with 4 bullets, then prevented ambulance crews from reaching him, leaving him to bleed to death before seizing his body. It's day 37 of what's become the longest federal government shutdown in U.S. history.
Wow, how do you feel? Do you feel that? Do you feel that? Just from watching 6-7 minutes of the news, you can feel that heavy. You can feel that heavy. I tell you, this lady freaks me out. I call her the witch. Not to say that she's not a lovely lady, and I wouldn't, be pleased to meet her, and she's probably a gem of a person. She's probably very empathetic. But, yeah, I call her the witch. Let's continue.
Wednesday, the FAA said it'll cut traffic by 10% at 40 U.S. airports beginning Friday, unless the shutdown ends immediately. Up to 4,000 daily flights would be affected. Some 13,000 air traffic controllers and 50,000 Transportation Security Administration agents have been ordered to work without pay during the shutdown.
You think someone can order you to work without pay? That's not a real thing. No one can order you to work without pay. So not only are the people starving, but now the people are going to be grounded. So there's no freedom of speech because you can get canceled for speaking against the regime. There's no food and resources, right? They're allowed to snatch you off the streets without any due process. Like, it's weird how propaganda works, because Americans, we feel like America is so much different and so much more moral than other places. This place is just like any other kind of Gestapo dictatorship place. Listen to what I'm saying to you. They can snatch you off of the street just like ICE is doing. Just like how you boldly say to your face, I don't gotta identify myself. So really, if you're not gonna identify yourself, you're just dressed like a Halloween military guy. Like, honestly, there should be a lot more physical resistance to these people snatching people off the street, because they can do it to you. You see, they're doing it to, they started with Latino people, they're doing it to black people now, anybody Anybody can get it. So, man, I just went on a hell of a tangent, but I think there should be a lot more physical resistance to what's going on. Not because you think it's right or wrong or immigrants should stay or go. It's just the fact that people are allowed to snatch you off of the street without identifying themselves. And they'll boldly say to you, I don't have to identify myself. So really, it's just a bunch of guys grabbing people and throwing them in. Who knows who these guys are? Yeah, things are wild. Things are getting wild here. They got the people grounded now, right? Because they're going to close down the airspace and people being able to travel. So you can't travel to make money. You know, they're laying people off left and right from these jobs. There's no government assistance anymore. We'll see, man. I'm just sitting back and enjoying the ride. Honestly, none of it has really affected my life. I haven't tried to travel yet. I'm not on food stamps.
This is Nick Daniels, president of the National Air Traffic Controllers Association, speaking on CNBC.
Most of these air traffic controllers right now are on 6-day work weeks, 10 hours a day, only 4 days off in a month, balancing their work with their families. And right now they're saying, I can't continue to do this because I can't even get a second job, so I'll just resign. That's the repercussions of this prolonged shutdown.
A new analysis by the Center on Budget and Policy Priorities finds nearly 1.2 million U.S. households, or almost 5 million people, will receive $0 in SNAP food assistance benefits this month. That's despite 2 federal court rulings that the Trump administration...
What I can't understand is how... Like, for example, the judges rule that you need to release the money, and it doesn't happen. That's one of the things I can't understand. Let me get rid of this video capture device because it's glitching, and let me put in another one. Why is it glitching like that? Why is it glitching? It's still glitching. Yeah, I don't understand that. I don't understand that. I got lots of juice. It's only using like 1% of my PC. So why is it glitching like that? Yeah, that's bizarre. That's bizarre. The glitch is wild. Maybe the glitch is from sorry y'all, you're figuring this shit out with me because I don't get it. Okay, I did the flip again, and I actually flipped this too as well, so this is backwards now. So I've got to flip it again. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it's just a wild country that we live in, man. There's no rules, and they're making it abundantly clear that there's no rules. It's really all about what you can get away with. I don't know why this is glitching, and it's really blacking me out. Yo, I'm gonna let you guys go. I'll be back later on tonight, maybe, or tomorrow. You know, I got to play some saxophone today, so that made me happy. We'll circle back, yeah? I gotta close out OBS, and maybe I'll try to stream again. Alright. Let's end this one.